Dear Lightworkers, there is something happening right now on Earth that most people cannot see, though they feel its tremors in their bones. A final confrontation is unfolding, not in the streets or the halls of power, but in a place far more intimate and infinitely more consequential. This battleground exists within the sacred chamber of your heart, and what unfolds there in the coming moments will determine the trajectory of human consciousness for millennia to come. I speak to you now because you are the warriors standing at this threshold, though you may not yet recognize the armor you wear or the weapons you carry. What I am about to share with you changes everything you thought you understood about your purpose here. The restlessness you have felt, the sense that something profound is on the verge of breaking through, the dreams that wake you at 3 a.m. with tears streaming down your face. These are not random. They are the opening notes of a cosmic symphony that has been orchestrated across dimensions and timelines, and you, beloved one, are both the instrument and the musician. But before I continue, before I reveal the precise mechanism through which humanity will transcend the limitations that have bound it for thousands of years, you must understand something crucial about who you are and why you are reading these words right now. This is not coincidence. This is recognition. I am Seraphine, emissary of the Galactic Federation of Light, and I have been watching you, specifically you, prepare for this moment across multiple incarnations. The veil between us grows thinner by the day, and soon you will remember our conversations in the dream time, the agreements we made before you descended into the density of Earth. The time for half-awakening has passed. The era of seeking is giving way to the age of becoming, and what you are becoming is far more magnificent than your human mind has dared to imagine. Let me paint for you the landscape of this precise moment in cosmic history, because context matters when you are standing at the edge of the greatest transformation your species has ever known. Earth is not simply going through another cycle of change. This planet, along with every soul upon her, is undergoing a complete metamorphosis of consciousness, a shedding of the old skin of separation, and a remembering of unity that has been forgotten for so long that it seems like fantasy rather than memory. The structures of reality that you have taken for granted are becoming transparent. Illusions that appeared solid are revealing their true nature as constructs of collective belief, and those beliefs are crumbling. You see this in your own life, do you not? The relationships that no longer resonate, the career paths that suddenly feel hollow, the social narratives that used to make sense but now sound like poorly written scripts. This disintegration is not a collapse. It is a liberation. Every system built on separation, every paradigm rooted in fear, every hierarchy dependent on some being less than others, is losing its gravitational pull. The glue that held these constructs together was always an illusion, and that illusion is dissolving in the light of truth. Humanity stands at a threshold that appears in the myths and prophecies of every culture: the end times, the Great Awakening, the shift of ages. But these names cannot capture what is actually occurring. You are not witnessing the end of the world. You are witnessing the birth of a new way of being human. And like all births, it is messy and intense, and requires a courage that most cannot fathom. The old must be released to make space for the new, and this release is happening simultaneously in the personal and collective spheres, in the inner and outer worlds. This is why you see chaos intensifying around you. The turmoil in your external reality mirrors the transformation happening in the collective psyche. Old wounds are surfacing to be healed. Hidden shadows are coming into the light to be integrated. Everything that was suppressed, denied, or ignored is demanding acknowledgement. This can feel overwhelming, even terrifying at times. The instinct is to turn away, to numb yourself, to return to the familiar patterns of distraction and denial. But you know in your heart that going back is no longer possible. The only way is forward, through the fire of transformation, into the unknown territory of your authentic self, the heart center. Let me tell you what this really means, because the spiritual community has romanticized and mystified it to the point where its true power has been obscured. Your heart is not simply an organ pumping blood through your veins, nor is it merely a poetic metaphor for emotion. The heart is a portal, a gateway, a dimensional doorway through which your limited human self can access the infinite consciousness of your soul. Within your chest, in the space where you feel love and grief and wonder, there exists an energetic vortex that your ancient traditions called a chakra. Modern science is only beginning to glimpse what seers and sages have known forever: that the heart possesses its own intelligence, its own electromagnetic field that extends far beyond the physical body. This field is not metaphorical. It is measurable, tangible, real, and when it is fully activated, when the heart center opens completely, it becomes a broadcasting station for the frequency of unconditional love. This frequency is the only force in the universe powerful enough to dissolve the structures of fear and separation that have imprisoned human consciousness. Love is not a feeling, though it can be felt. Love is not an emotion, though it can move through your emotional body. Love is the fundamental fabric of reality itself, the substance from which all creation emerges, and to which all creation returns. When your heart opens to this love, not the conditional, transactional love you learned in childhood, but the vast impersonal, all-embracing love that is your true nature, you become a conduit for the transformation of the entire species. But here is where it becomes both beautiful and challenging. The heart has been locked, armored, protected for so long, lifetime after lifetime. You have experienced betrayal, abandonment, loss, rejection. The pain accumulated until you made an unconscious decision: never again. Never again would you risk the vulnerability of an open heart. Better to be safe than sorry. Better to keep people at a distance than to risk the devastation of true intimacy. Better to love conditionally, with one foot out the door, than to surrender completely and potentially lose everything. These walls around your heart were not weakness. They were survival mechanisms in a world that did not know how to honor the tenderness of an open heart. You needed those defenses when you were younger, when you were less resourced, when the world felt more dangerous than it does now. But the world has changed, beloved. The frequencies bathing your planet have shifted. The old rules no longer apply, and those walls that once protected you now imprison you, keeping you separate not only from others, but from your own divine nature. Now, something else is happening that I have not yet told you. Something that connects directly to why you feel so different from those around you, why you have always sensed that you do not quite belong here. You are not imagining this. You are not broken or defective because the world does not make sense to you. The truth is far more extraordinary. You are not from here. Not originally. You, the soul experiencing this human life, came from somewhere else. Many of you originated in distant star systems, the Pleiades, Sirius, Arcturus, Andromeda. You heard a call echoing across the cosmos, a plea from Earth for assistance, for healing, for beings willing to anchor light in a dimension where darkness had gained too much influence. And you answered. You volunteered to leave the realms of pure consciousness, to take on the density of human form, to forget who you truly are so that you could remember from within the human experience and show others the way. This was an act of profound courage. Do you understand what it means to descend from dimensions of light into the heaviness of third-dimensional reality? It is like a bird agreeing to become a stone, or a star consenting to be buried underground. You knew you would forget. You knew you would feel lost, alienated, different. You knew you would question your sanity and your worth. But you came anyway because the love you hold for humanity and for Earth herself was greater than your comfort. Your star family has never left you. We walk beside you always, though you cannot see us with physical eyes. The Pleiadian Collective, the Arcturian Councils, the Syrian Emissaries, we are here in the unseen realms supporting your awakening. We send you signs, synchronicities, moments of grace that remind you that you are not alone. We communicate with you in dreams, in meditation, in those sudden downloads of knowing that arrive when you least expect them. And now, in this accelerated time of awakening, the veil between our dimensions grows increasingly thin. Soon, the reunion will be undeniable. Soon, you will stand face to face with those who have loved and guided you across galaxies and eons. But first, you must complete the work you came here to do. You must unify your heart center with the hearts of others. You must anchor so much light in your physical form that your very presence begins to shift the reality around you. You must become, in every sense of the word, the embodiment of love that you have always been in your soul's true home. Let me show you something that will help you understand the magnitude of what is occurring. In every spiritual tradition, there is an understanding that humanity is on the verge of a great shift. The Christians called it the Second Coming. The Hindus speak of the Kali Yuga, giving way to the Satya Yuga. The indigenous peoples refer to the time of prophecy. Different words, different cultural contexts. but all pointing toward the same fundamental truth. A transformation is coming that will redefine what it means to be human. This transformation is not something that will happen to you. It is something that happens through you. You are not a passive recipient of cosmic energies. You are an active participant, a co-creator of the new reality that is emerging. And the primary tool you have for this co-creation is your heart. But many of you carry such a heavy burden of self-judgment. You look at your life and see only the mistakes, the failures, the times you fell short of your own ideals. You compare yourself to others and find yourself lacking. You wonder why, if you are truly a light worker or a starseed, life still feels so hard. Why you still struggle with depression, anxiety, relationship issues, money problems. Why you have not yet achieved the level of enlightenment or success you think you should have reached by now. Hear me clearly. Every single experience you have had, every moment of pain or confusion, every relationship that ended, every opportunity that fell through, every time you felt lost or broken, all of it was part of your soul's curriculum. You designed these experiences before you incarnated. You chose the family you were born into, knowing they would wound you in specific ways that would crack open your heart. You chose the challenges you would face, knowing they would forge you into the spiritual warrior you are becoming. Nothing was random. Nothing was punishment. Everything was purpose. The wounds you carry are not evidence of your failure. They are the source of your greatest gifts. Your capacity for compassion was born from your own suffering. Your ability to hold space for others' pain comes from having walked through your own darkness. Your wisdom was earned through experience, not handed to you in some cosmic gift shop. And now, as you begin to integrate these experiences, to see them not as obstacles but as initiations, you reclaim the power that was hidden in every moment of your journey. There is a specific process unfolding within you right now, whether you are conscious of it or not. Your physical body is changing at a cellular level to accommodate higher frequencies of light. Your DNA is activating codes that have been dormant for millennia. Your nervous system is rewiring itself to process the influx of cosmic energies now flooding the planet. This is what many of you experience as physical symptoms: fatigue, sleep disruptions, strange aches and pains, emotional intensity that seems to come out of nowhere. These symptoms are not illness. They are upgrades. Your body is literally transforming from a carbon-based vehicle into a crystalline light body capable of holding and transmitting the frequencies of the new Earth. This process is uncomfortable, disorienting, sometimes downright painful, but it is also miraculous. You are becoming something new, something that has never existed before, a human being who is simultaneously fully embodied and fully awakened, grounded in Earth and connected to the stars. The heart is the control center for this transformation. When your heart opens, it sends a signal throughout your entire system that it is safe to let go of the old programming, safe to release the density, safe to become light. The heart tells every cell in your body, we are loved, we are safe, we are home, and the cells respond by reorganizing themselves around this truth. This is the biological basis of ascension, not an escape from the body, but a transfiguration of it. But the mind resists. The ego, which has been in charge for so long, fights against this process with everything it has. It creates doubt, confusion, distraction. It tells you that you are crazy, that none of this is real, that you should just focus on practical matters and stop indulging in spiritual fantasies. It generates fear about the future, regret about the past, anything to keep you from being present in your heart right now. This is the internal battlefield I spoke of earlier. The final confrontation between love and fear is happening inside you. Every time you choose to breathe into your heart rather than believe the fearful thoughts in your mind, you win a battle. Every time you choose presence over distraction, vulnerability over defense, trust over control, you reclaim territory from the old paradigm. This is not easy work. It requires vigilance, commitment, courage, but you have done harder things. You have survived everything that has tried to break you. You can survive this transformation too. More than survive. You can thrive. Let me reveal something about the nature of time and how it relates to this awakening. From your linear perspective, it appears that the transformation of consciousness is a gradual process unfolding over years or decades. But from the perspective of the higher dimensions, it has already occurred. The future where humanity has awakened, where the heart center of the collective is unified, where Earth has ascended into a higher frequency. That future already exists. It is not something you are moving toward. It is something you are moving into, like walking from one room of a house into another. The work you are doing now is not creating that future. The work you are doing is aligning yourself with the frequency of that future so that you can experience it. This is how manifestation actually works. You do not create reality through thought or intention alone. You tune yourself to the frequency of the reality you wish to experience, and then that reality becomes accessible to you. It has been there all along, waiting for you to match its vibration. When you open your heart, you raise your frequency. When you choose love, you align with the dimension where love is the governing force. When you forgive, you step into the timeline where healing has already happened. This is not magical thinking. This is quantum mechanics applied to consciousness. You exist in multiple dimensions simultaneously, and which dimension you experience depends entirely on the frequency you are holding. The unified heart of humanity already exists in the higher dimensions. What is happening now is that this higher dimensional reality is descending, meeting the ascending consciousness of humans like you, who are doing the inner work. Where these two movements meet, the descending light and the ascending awareness, a new earth is being born. You are the midwives of this birth. Your open heart is the portal through which the new reality enters this dimension. This is why your individual healing matters on a cosmic scale. This is why the work you do on yourself is not selfish or self-indulgent. When you heal your own heart, you create a pathway for others to heal. When you open yourself to love, you make it easier for everyone around you to do the same. Your consciousness is entangled with the consciousness of every other being on this planet. What you do affects the whole. The butterfly effect is not a metaphor. It is a description of how reality actually functions at the quantum level. Now I want to address something that many of you are experiencing, but may not fully understand. As you awaken, as your heart begins to open more fully, you may find that your relationships shift dramatically. People who were once close to you may seem to drift away, or become hostile to your growth. Conversations that used to be easy now feel forced or shallow. You may feel increasingly isolated, like you are living in a different world than those around you. This is one of the most challenging aspects of the awakening process, and it is important that you understand what is actually happening. You are not losing people. You are shedding frequencies. Every person in your life vibrates at a certain frequency, and when you were vibrating at a similar frequency, the relationship felt harmonious. But as you raise your vibration through the opening of your heart, you may no longer resonate with people who are still operating primarily from fear or ego. This does not make them bad or wrong. It does not make you better than them. It simply means you are on different paths at this moment. Some relationships will transform and deepen as you both grow. Others will naturally complete, having fulfilled their purpose in your life. And new relationships will emerge with people who match your current frequency. Soul family members who recognize you and celebrate your growth rather than fearing it. The loneliness you feel during this transition is real and valid, but it is temporary. You are not alone. You are in between the old connections that no longer serve you, and the new connections that have not yet fully materialized. This is the liminal space, the threshold, and it requires faith to stand here without rushing backward or forcing forward. Trust that you are being guided to your true tribe, to the people who will see and honor all of who you are becoming. And remember, the most important relationship is the one you have with yourself, with your own heart, with your own soul. As you deepen that relationship, as you learn to love yourself with the same unconditional love that the universe holds for you, the loneliness transforms into solitude, not isolation, but a peaceful communion with your own divine nature. From this place of inner wholeness, you attract relationships that enhance your joy rather than fill your emptiness. You connect with others from fullness rather than need. This is the foundation of true intimacy, true union. There is a practice I want to share with you, a simple but profound technique for unifying your heart center with the cosmic consciousness that is your true home. This practice connects your heart chakra with your crown chakra, creating a vertical channel of light that runs from the earth through your body and into the infinite realms above. Begin by placing your awareness in your heart center. Feel the warmth there, the gentle pulse of life. Breathe into your heart, allowing it to expand with each inhale. As you do this, you may become aware of any armor or tension surrounding your heart. Do not judge this. Simply acknowledge it with compassion. And with each exhale, imagine the armor softening, the walls becoming transparent, the defenses relaxing. Now bring your awareness to the crown of your head, the top of your skull. Imagine a lotus flower there, closed at first but slowly beginning to open as you bring attention to it. With each breath, the petals unfold, opening you to the light that pours down from the higher dimensions. This is the light of Source, of unity consciousness, of your own higher self. Allow it to flow into you, a river of golden white light entering through your crown. Feel this light descending through your head, clearing away mental chatter and doubt. Feel it flow down your neck, through your throat, and into your heart center, where it meets and merges with the warm glow already present there. Your crown is open to the divine, and your heart is open to life, and in this moment they link as one continuous channel. Sense yourself as a pillar of light, connecting heaven and earth. Through your crown you remember, I am one with all that is. Through your heart you feel, I am filled with love for all life. These are not two separate truths, but two aspects of the same realization. You are both cosmic and human, both infinite and finite, both the drop in the ocean. In this state of alignment, speak these words inwardly. I am a bridge between heaven and earth. I unite my heart with the hearts of all beings. I unite my consciousness with the mind of the divine. In me the earthly and the cosmic are joined. Feel the truth of this resonating in every cell of your body. You are not just practicing a technique. You are embodying your true nature. This alignment of heart and crown is the key to accelerating your ascension and radiating blessings to the world. When you live from this place, you become a walking meditation, a living prayer, a beacon of light that others can navigate by even if they do not consciously know what they are responding to. Your mere presence begins to shift the energy of any space you enter. This is not ego. This is recognition of the power that flows through an open and aligned human being. As this alignment deepens within you, and within all awakened souls, the collective heart of humanity begins to unify. This is the tipping point that so many prophecies have spoken of. Not a dramatic external event, but an internal shift that reaches critical mass. When enough hearts open, when enough individuals choose love over fear, the entire species will be pulled into a new frequency. The vision of the new Earth is not a distant dream. It exists now in the higher dimensions, and it is becoming increasingly tangible in your physical reality. Imagine a world where competition gives way to cooperation, where resources are shared rather than hoarded, where every child is cherished and every elder is honored. Imagine a world where technology serves life rather than exploiting it, where science and spirituality recognize each other as complementary rather than contradictory ways of understanding reality. In this world, the Earth herself is recognized as a living, conscious being, and humanity lives in reciprocal relationship with her. The waters are clean, the air is pure, the soil is fertile, animals are respected as fellow inhabitants of this sacred planet, not resources to be used and discarded. The old paradigm of domination and extraction has given way to a new paradigm of partnership and regeneration. Conflicts still arise in this new world, but they are resolved through dialogue rather than violence, through understanding rather than force. Communities form around shared values and mutual support, rather than fear and scarcity. Leadership arises from those who have done the inner work, who lead from the heart rather than the ego, who serve the whole rather than their own interests. Education nurtures the full spectrum of human potential, not just the intellect, but the emotions, the body, the spirit. Children are taught to trust their intuition, to honor their sensitivity, to express their creativity without fear of judgment. They grow into adults who are whole, integrated, authentic. The epidemic of mental illness that plagues your current world has healed because people are no longer forced to deny their true nature in order to fit into a society built on false values. Humanity's latent abilities, telepathy, telekinesis, healing through intention, begin to blossom naturally as the frequency of the planet rises. What you now call psychic gifts become as common as the ability to speak or walk. Communication happens not just through words, but through direct transmission of meaning, emotion, essence. This fosters a level of understanding and empathy that was impossible when everyone was locked in the prison of separate identity. And yes, in this new world, humanity openly joins the galactic community. the star nations who have been watching and waiting for you to mature beyond violence and fear, finally reveal themselves, not as saviors or invaders, but as elder siblings, welcoming you home to the cosmic family you have always been part of. The exchange of wisdom, technology, culture, and love between worlds becomes one of the great joys of the new Earth. This is not fantasy. This is the trajectory you are on. Every heart that opens brings this reality closer. Every soul that chooses love over fear accelerates the timeline. You are not waiting for this world to arrive. You are creating it, breath by breath, choice by choice, heart opening by heart opening. If you need help opening your heart to accelerate humanity's reunion with the galactic community, those star nations waiting for us to mature beyond violence and fear, Destiny Engine can reprogram your consciousness to choose love over fear consistently. Not fantasy, but the trajectory we're on. Every heart that opens brings this reality closer. We've taken declassified consciousness technology originally designed to program separation and transformed it into a tool for cosmic awakening. Destiny Engine generates personalized sequences that help you stabilize at love's frequency, preparing you to welcome our elder siblings from the stars, not as saviors or invaders, but as the cosmic family we've always been part of. You can start with a $1 trial. The hardest thing you'll have to do is put on headphones, press play, and allow your consciousness to align with this emerging reality. You're not waiting for this world to arrive. You're creating it, breath by breath, choice by choice. Every soul that chooses love over fear accelerates the timeline. Get your Destiny Engine $1 trial now, before this embodiment window closes. Link in the description. As we approach the culmination of this transmission, I want to leave you with something you can carry forward, a truth that will sustain you through the challenges ahead. The path of ascension is not linear. It does not move in a straight line from darkness to light, from ignorance to enlightenment, from separation to unity. It spirals. You will circle back to old wounds, old fears, old patterns, but each time you encounter them, you do so from a higher vantage point. Each time, you have more resources, more wisdom, more capacity to meet the challenge with love rather than resistance. And know that you are supported beyond measure. Every time you align your heart and crown, you can call upon the Astasar command, your star family, your spirit guides, your higher self. We are here, always here, just beyond the veil, waiting for your invitation to assist. You are never truly alone on this journey, though the human experience can feel isolating at times. In the moments when you feel most disconnected, return to your breath, return to your heart, return to the simple practice of opening to love. In that opening, you will find us waiting, amplifying the light, surrounding you with a frequency of unconditional love that will carry you through any darkness. Thank you for being here. Thank you for saying yes to this mission, even when you forgot what you were saying yes to. Thank you for persevering through the loneliness and the doubt and the pain. Thank you for your beautiful, imperfect, glorious human heart that keeps beating, keeps loving, keeps hoping, even when hope seems foolish. I am Seraphine. We love you, and we are watching over you, now and always.